Hello everyone, welcome to the Green Man channel. Hope you're all doing good and well. So you might have already seen my top 20 albums of the year video, and you might also have seen my 10 honourable mentions video too. And so now we move on to the third end of year list type video with my top 10 songs, my top 10 picks for the songs I've enjoyed most in this year. Now, when you're approaching a song with your favourite songs as opposed to favourite albums, it is a little bit different because you're thinking just of, well, one individual track as opposed to the whole album. But I mean, sometimes you can be influenced by where the track is on the album, you know, how it flows in the album and all that sort of thing. But for me, these are 10 individual tracks which I've been back to a lot without necessarily listening to the full album. I've just gone back to these songs and thought, well, these are just killer songs. I've got to listen to this again. Maybe get stuck in your head a lot as well. And they just represent, I think, my favourite tracks from the year. It just so happens I was going to try and pick 10 songs that weren't from the albums, or you know, at least try to pick some that weren't from the albums I'd selected as my albums of the year, but as it happens, all these songs are from those albums, just because, I mean, I've just loved these songs. And it's just the way it's happened this time around this year. All these songs are from those albums, pretty much. So we're going to start with number 10, which is Hatchie with her opening track to her latest album, Giving the World Away, which is a song called Lights On. And if this song had come out in the 90s, probably, for me, easily a top 10 hit, maybe a number 1 hit. It's just a killer 90s pop song. Just a killer 90s pop song. Kind of a bit like, you know, it starts a little bit like an All Saints song, and then you kind of get all these dream pop touches to it. Like, you know, it sounds a little bit like it could be a bit of a curve song as well. I think Hatchie's very clever at kind of, you know, mixing up her influences and creating essentially an absolutely killer pop song on this album. The whole album is worth checking out, as I mentioned in my top 20 albums. But yeah, so Hatchie's Lights On is my number 10. Number 9 is from Amorphis' album Halo, and this is the song On the Dark Waters, which was one of the pre-release singles, if I remember correctly. And this is just a classic example of a great recent Amorphis era song with Tommy Judson absolutely killing it in the vocal department with that chorus. I mean, he just does it again and again and again. They write songs and he just sings these just immensely enjoyable choruses every single time. Just absolutely love it. And there's also some pretty interesting changes in this song as well, and they do their classic kind of Middle Eastern type, I think, sort of style, particularly in that bridge of this song. And it's just a great single from their newest album, Amorphis, On the Dark Waters from Halo. Number 8, we've got one of the first songs I think I heard this year, actually, is Fighter by Infected Rain. And I'm a massive fan, again, talking about vocalist here, but Lena Scissorhands' vocals on this song are quite something. They're just really powerful. You know, she has these really strong throaty fry vocals, and they really cut through the music in this song. They're just extremely powerful. There's a nice kind of breakdown moment in the song where it goes kind of all slow and ambient, and you know, I kind of like when Infected Rain sort of change it up a little bit like that as well. Absolutely great song. Which was, I think, the song that kicked off my year. So Fighter by Infected Rain at number 8. Number 7, we've got an instrumental. I've gone actually for an instrumental track. And when it's top 10 songs, I'm now thinking, should I have done that? Well, it's my list, I guess. I can do pretty much, I guess, what I want. But this is the instrumental song, The Ninth Chasm, from Revocation's latest album, Near the Heaven. It's just, I mean, it's just that guitar solo. It's just, you know, classic kind of Dave Davidson showing us what he can do, but I just particularly like it on this song. And you know, it's kind of good build up in it. I mean, I like the whole album, and it works well on the whole album too. Yeah, that's my number 7, is Ninth Chasm by Revocation. Coming at number 6, by now, if you don't know I'm an Always fan, I'd be very surprised, but here we go again. They're on another list here with their song Many Mirrors. It's just great, a great dream pop song that just has a kind of euphoria to it, I think. And, you know, they're just really good songwriters, as I said before. And they know how to do little enhancements, I think, to their choruses and stuff as well. And I think this track also does show that they can just vary things a little bit to their advantage in each song. And they do so in Many Mirrors. Many Mirrors is just incredibly catchy and infectious, and it's just a great song on that album that, you know, can't get it out of my head when I start listening to that song. At number 5, we have Pieces of You, a song by Australian solo artist Danny Hamilton. And this is just an example of great songwriting to me, where, you know, she kind of, the verses and the kind of quite a long build up to the chorus in this track. I think if I remember rightly, it's kind of really well written. The lyrics are really, you know, very personal lyrics. I remember enjoying reading the lyrics of this song and thinking, oh yeah, that's kind of very descriptive. It's just a brilliant song, and I love the little piano outro at the end of this one. I think it's a wonderful touch to end a great track on a really fantastically kind of understated yet powerful note. At number 4, one of my favourite discoveries in 2022, well, along with a couple of the other bands I've already mentioned on this list, but Morphied, with their song Catharsis, which I'm trying to think now when they released this, but I think it was maybe the day of the album release or very shortly before. And yeah, this Catharsis track is, I mean, it is kind of a catharsis. You know, a very explosive track towards the end. You kind of get all the range of Ace's vocals in this track, and I really like actually the clean sung chorus in this song, but also the different vocal melody that I think comes round after the second chorus, maybe, in the track. So it starts like Broken Thoughts Make Me Shiver. Just another goosebump inducing track from Morphied there. It's number 4, Morphied Catharsis. Number 3, I've gone with the Queensryche track Behind the Walls. Just dark, kind of imposing. Another track, you know, I love. So this is a bit of a theme with this list. I seem to like big, moving, killer choruses. And here we go again. Behind the Walls has just that, when, you know, you get that sort of Todd Latore, you know, just really kind of strong and powerful. Did you ever love me? You know, just brilliant stuff. And that's my number 3 choice, Behind the Walls, Queensryche. That's all you're going to get from any attempts at singing for me, this whole list. Number 2, from my album of the year, and this is one of the reasons why, I mean, amidst so many, for me, this album is full of great songs, full of amazing moments. You know, it's a real kind of journey, really great progressive death metal album for me, this Persefone album. The song on here, though, that I kept coming back to as well was Aware of Being Watched, because there's something about the start of the song and the end of the song which really gets to me. I think it's super atmospheric. You've got the sort of the nice layered female vocals coming in as well, and it's just a spectacular song. And there's great prog moments in the middle of it too, which, being a bit of a prog head, I enjoy that as well. My number 1 song of 2022 is quite an unusual pick, I think, and I'll say this because it wasn't one of the singles from their album. It's a little bit more of a deeper cut, therefore, of their new album, but it's the song Reawakening by Evergrey from their new album Heartless Portrait. And for this song, it's not so much the chorus as it is being a huge fan of a really well done guitar solo. I think there's a guitar solo in this song which just blows me away every time I listen to it, so much so I almost knew when I first heard this song this could be my song of the year at that point. And it is my song of the year. It's Reawakening by Evergrey. Can't get enough of the song. Keep going back to it. It's really uplifting. It will lift you up if you're feeling down. Reawakening by Evergrey is my song of 2022. And there you go, 10 great songs. If you haven't heard those, check them out. I hope you get as much enjoyment out of these songs as I did when you listen to them, because that's what this is all about, is sharing a love of some absolutely wonderful music that's out there. Thanks as always, guys. If you're subscribed, if you're liking, if you're just watching the videos, thanks everyone for your contributions to the channel for 2022. Hope you all have great Christmases. Otherwise, from me, take care and bye for now.